Well, good morning, everybody. I wasn't going to do any filming whilst I'm on holiday, but here I am. It's currently 7:30 and I've just picked up my breakfast. They do grab and go breakfast here at the hotel. I've never heard of that concept before, but it's really good because if you are needing to get up and go somewhere early, you can literally grab and go. So I've just picked mine up from reception. I'm going to show you what's in it, and then yeah, I'm going to get ready. I'm off to Lindisfarne today. Lindisfarne on Holy Island. It's about an hour from Newcastle. I'm staying in Newcastle. For anyone who doesn't know, Lindisfarne or Holy Island is where the old monastery was. There was an old monastery on there going back to sort of the early AD hundreds, and it was raided by Vikings. Some of you may know that from the TV series Vikings. But yeah, it was raided by them, and the monastery was rebuilt, and then I don't know if it was rebuilt or whether there was another one built on top. I'll probably find out more today, but I think I read that there was like a new monastery that was like rebuilt, or an abbey that was rebuilt, and then that got what's the word? When Henry VIII, was it dissolved? Yeah, when Henry VIII dissolved the monasteries. So basically, I think it's been a ruin since like the 1500s. So yeah, that's that. But there's a lot more on the island than I thought there was. There's a whole community there with shops and pubs and cafes and stuff. There's also a bird watching area, and where you can go and sit in a hide and watch all the wildlife. And I've got my binoculars with me, so I'm probably going to do that as well. There's also a castle, so it's going to be a really action-packed day. But it is an hour to get there, so I'm getting up really early this morning, and I'm going to hit the road. I've just taken my painkillers. I am going to eat before I go because I need something to absorb some of the painkillers so that I can drive properly. Yeah, I'm going to pack my, do you know, my coffee here, this coffee, I made this yesterday morning before I left home. It's in my thermos, it's still warm. So I haven't even needed to use the kettle here this morning. I bought my own tea and coffee with me because they've only provided like caffeinated tea and coffee, and I only drink decaf, but that's just standard for me now. I always take it if I'm going somewhere because I never assume that they're going to have decaf. So yeah, I've got my decaf coffee. It's still warm. I've just poured myself some, and the rest I'm going to take with me. And then I thought I would just make up a bottle of squash. This is another good tip, guys, for I mean, I know it's lovely to have a hotel where things are all inclusive and you know, you don't have to worry about paying for stuff and that, but if you are on a tight budget, there's no reason why you can't have a really nice holiday, even if it is flying solo like me, and just keep things cheap. I mean, I've packed loads of snacky things from home, so then each morning I'm going to get up, pack enough stuff just for that day, put it into my rucksack. I've got a big like bag for life in my room, and then I'm just going to decant what I need for the day into my rucksack, and then those will be like snacks for lunch, fruit and snacks and stuff, crisps, and then breakfast obviously is being provided, and then all I have to do is pay for dinner somewhere. Last night I slummed it and had a Mackie D's because it was my first night and I'd just driven all that way and I really just wanted to eat something and then just chill out at a hotel. So I found out where the nearest McDonald's was, which was a 10-minute drive. Well, there was a couple closer, but they were in the town's in the city centre, and they were walking distance, but it's like a 15-minute walk, and I thought I don't really want to walk on my own at that time of night in a city that I don't know, alone as a female. So I thought, and because they're in the city, I couldn't tell from the map whether they were ones that actually had a car park. I thought maybe they were ones that only had like they were on a high street with no car park, and I wanted to be able to go and just park up my car and eat inside. So I found the nearest one that I could actually sit in and park my car. So it's 10 minutes away. Parked up, went in, ate, and yeah, came back and just chilled out. I watched, what did I watch? What's that thing with Jim Carrey where he's God for a while, with Morgan Freeman? I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but I watched that, well, caught the end of it, and then they had on Legally Blonde, which I love. Reese Witherspoon is so funny in that. And yeah, so I watched that, and then I just chilled out and had an early night. I'll show you what I got for my breakfast. So in this bag, sorry about the bad lighting in here, but there isn't a main light in this room. There's only the two on the headboards. There isn't a main light, so it's a bit dark, but they've basically given me a pain au chocolat, yummy. I do actually have a whole pack of croissants with me. There is a little apple juice. There is a Nature Valley Crunchy Oats and Honey breakfast bar, lovely. And then an apple, which is amazing, because I did bring some apples with me, but I only had 3. So the fact that I'm going to be getting one every morning is great. And then the last thing is you get a little yoghurt. Little Town Dairy, how cute is that? And it's raspberry flavour, which I love. And a little wooden spoon. So that's it. Wearing my new Pink Floyd top today. For those of you that just watched my video from 2 nights ago, you'll know that I picked this up from Primark for £6. Love a bit of Pink Floyd. I actually saw a Pink Floyd tribute band down at my local railway station a couple of weekends ago. That might sound weird at a railway station, but basically it's called the smallest pub in the world, and it's a mini railway line, and the waiting room, not the waiting room, was it? I think it's like the Signal Box. It's called the Signal Box pub, and it's called the smallest pub in the world, and the Signal Box has been turned into a pub. But basically it's only big enough to fit the actual bar in it, so then all the seating's outside, but they have like a cover, and yeah, they hold bands there and stuff, so that's pretty cool. So to be honest, the lead singer wasn't that great, he was a bit shouty, but free music to watch live of an evening is still free music at the end of the day. So but yeah, I'm off on my little adventure today. There's lots of things I can do on the island that is free. The Priory and the Castle are National Trust and English Heritage, I think, so I will have to pay for those. But the other things are free. I need to look up whether Chillingham Castle is National Trust, because sometimes it's cheaper to become a member for the year if you're going to end up doing more than one thing. And then you get that particular entry free, I think, or you get your money back for it. And then it pays for the year that you can actually go to then lots of different places. And because I want to do Chillingham Castle tomorrow, if that is National Trust, it might be worth me becoming a member today so that I then get my money's worth. So I'll look into that. But yeah, this is my little room. I'll just quickly show you. There's basically just a very thin little wardrobe there. I've got this little vanity area with some charging points, which is great because this is my back heat pad, which last night I had laying like that on my bed whilst I watched telly, which is great because it's right in front of me, so I don't have to crane my neck from an angle over there or anything, so that's nice. And yeah, I just had my heat pad on for a while because I was quite sore from the drive. And then I can charge my phone overnight, and then there's this weird little thing here. I don't actually know what's in here, I haven't looked. Nothing. Oh, there's a hairdryer. Do you know they even supply you with an ironing board, a fan, not that I'm going to need that in autumn, and an iron. And obviously your hangers and that. But yeah, an ironing board. Not that I will need that, but it's just nice that they supply it, I suppose. And then, yeah, got my tea and coffee making facilities there. Like I say, I won't be using them because it's caffeinated, but you get quite a good supply, so that's good. And yeah, that's just a little entranceway. I can't go too far because I'm currently attached to, oh, sod it, I'll take my charger off just for a minute. I want to try and charge it up to 100% before I go because my phone is so old. But yeah, this is my little shower room, which has been updated fairly recently. It's quite modern, metro style tiles. That's it. Very small, but perfectly functional. And then yeah, this is my little room. I think it's quite nice. It's functional. I actually got quite a good sleep, you know, because I've tried to set up my pillows from home and prop them. I used the hotel ones behind it to really prop myself up, and then I basically didn't even sleep under the duvet because I had my fleece blanket, and this is really warm, so I just folded that in half, and then this, because this bed is quite hard, so this made it a bit softer for my bum. And then I've got my stick there, because normally at home I have a metal guardrail here to help grab onto to get me out of bed. But I use my stick for that purpose when I'm sleeping away. These are my Loop earplugs. I think I've talked about them before, but these are the sleep set, my little earplugs. So they are really good for when you go away, because you never know how thin the walls are going to be. It's quite noisy here. It was okay at night time. Once it got to about 11 o'clock, everyone died down, but the wall here is quite thin, so I can hear the people next door, but they did sort of go quiet after about 11, so they must have gone to bed, so that's fine. And yeah, I've got my little Beetlejuice cup that came with me. I had that in the car. My little bat has come with me on the journey. Hello, little batty. Needed a bit of a comfort home from home, so. And I've even got my Beetlejuice pyjamas with me, and my new Jack Skellington socks that I mentioned, my cozy socks. I'm using those because I know this might sound a bit snobby, but when I'm in a hotel, I never walk around barefoot because you just never know what the carpet is like. So, I mean, this is a very clean room, but you know, people obviously do walk in with their shoes and stuff. So, I prefer to wear things on my feet, and slippers are bulky and take up too much room. So, I usually bring a pair of cozy socks with me. This is my jumper that I'm going to be wearing today, which some of you might recognise from one of my recent Shein hauls. I've got my Lydia Dietz no feet photography. This is really thick and it's got a fleece lining, because although it's sunny today, it's cold. It's going to be cold, so I'm going to be wearing my thick fleecy jumper with my coat. And then yeah, that's my little day pack that I'm going to be stuffing full of my snacks and things to keep costs down. So I'll just probably have lunch with my snacks. And yeah, that's it. Oh, this is my big bag for life that basically I bring loads of crap from home, all my snacks and things. This is my sock slider. Might be boring for most of you, but I'll show it to you. This is one of the things that helped me with, if you've got a bad back, I highly recommend this. You can buy it on Amazon. Basically, you get this part. I've had to wrap tape around it because I snapped it literally on day one of buying it. But it has held now for about 4 years, so. And then there's this part. It's called a sock slider. There you go, sock slider. And you can get it on Amazon, and basically you put your sock on this part here and pull it down to create an opening, and then you literally push, say this is my foot, the sock's here and it's kind of hung over this frame, and then you push your foot into this bit, and as you push down with your leg, the sock kind of just goes onto your foot. It's not perfect. You do have to do a bit of adjusting afterwards, but and then this thing, it acts as a shoehorn, so you can use these little spiky bits on the end to get underneath, like where your heel is, to pull the sock off. And you can also use that part that sticks up in the middle there, the bit that's curling upwards, that part you can use to help put the back of your heel of your shoe on, if that makes sense. I don't need to use that part, but I just use it for putting my socks on. And yeah, then basically it just sits like that. But it's very, very helpful. Anyway, I need to get on because I've got to have my breakfast and then get myself on the road, because I want to make it in good time today. It's a tidal island, so I have to, the tide's out now, so when I get there I'll be able to drive across, but then the tide cuts off at 2 o'clock. Now it goes back out again at 7 this evening. Now, because there's so much to do on the island, I haven't decided yet, depends on how I feel, I haven't decided if I'm gonna, I haven't decided if I'm either gonna stay all the way through till the evening and wait until I can get off the island again, or get off before it cuts off at 10 to 2. But then I'm like rushing, trying to rush too much in by 10 to 2, so I may actually just stay the whole hog and allow myself to be cut off on the island, because there's plenty there and there's pubs there, so I can even have dinner there. And then once I've had dinner, hopefully by then I'll be able to drive off the island, and then I can just come back and chill out. So I'm probably going to do that. But yeah, I wanted to show you my hotel room this morning and let you know that I am here, I am safe, and yeah, I'm looking forward to my day. So I hope you all have a good Monday, whatever it is you are doing. Even if you're working, try and have a good day, and please give this video a like, and yeah, I shall do another one for you soon. Bye for now.